the first question I have for you is, how did you get your start in the fashion industry, and what inspired you to start your own line?
Let's see. I got my start in the fashion industry actually by opening a store. Okay. I was afraid to start my own line, so after going to fashion school at night, I don't know, do you know any of my story?
I know what I've read on your site, yes.
I used to be an occupational therapist. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Nice.
Okay, so back up, when I told my parents I wanted to be a fashion designer, they quickly told me that it's not a career.
Okay.
And you need to find something where you are going to have a job. It needs to be either healthcare or a lawyer or something, you know, the old school way of thinking.
Right, yeah.
And at the time, I loved helping people. And so I went to school for occupational therapy, and I became an occupational therapist. And I loved it. I was good at it. But I was missing something.
Right.
And so I still had that longing to become a fashion designer. And my parents told me, when you can afford to put yourself through fashion school, that's when you can go to fashion school. And that's exactly what I did. So I practiced therapy by day, and I went to fashion school at night. And that's where the journey began. When I finished, I was afraid. Fear kept me from starting a clothing line for 5 or 6 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
But during that time, I owned a store where I carried other people's clothing. So essentially, I became a buyer as opposed to a designer. But in my buying process, I gravitated toward clothing that was timeless, comfortable, quality. You know, the things that I still translate through my own brand. But what I learned throughout those 5 years is what worked, what didn't work, what fit women well, what complaints they had. So literally, the 5 years of having a clothing store really gave me the knowledge I needed to have a successful clothing brand.
Nice.
Little did I know.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, I'm glad you didn't give up on your dream. That
Me
is
too.
amazing. Okay, the next question is, what is your personal favorite collection that you have?
My personal favorite collection from my clothing line is my Zen collection.
Oh, that's my favorite too.
Yes.
Yeah.
My Zen collection, for so many reasons. I have always found a way to bring something beautiful and creative out of anything I'm struggling with. I literally designed and launched my clothing line when I was going through breast cancer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that has stuck with me because, you know, during that process, I wanted things to be soft. I wanted things to be flowy and comfortable. And, you know, so I kind of have used everything that I have gone through and made something good out of it. Okay. So when I was designing the Zen collection, my daughter was dealing with depression and anxiety, and you heard that a lot, you know, during COVID and after the increased rates of suicide. But my daughter she was struggling to the point where I could not help her, and I felt very helpless, and it was very painful for me. Okay. And so I escaped, like I always do, in designing in my clothing, and I started studying Zen. And Zen is accepting what is going on and being okay. And so, you know, during COVID, there was a lot going on for a lot of people. some people were losing their jobs, some people were losing family members, and some people were sick themselves. So it came at a time where I wanted to create Zen and share it with the world. So I created a collection it's so soft, it's so comfortable, it's timeless, you can mix and match it. All the colors have meanings that make you feel a certain way. And I started traveling and sharing my Zen.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah,
that's definitely, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What I was going to say was that led to me sharing my Zen on a cruise ship. So I actually got the opportunity to launch my clothing on Royal Caribbean last year.
Oh, that is really exciting. Oh, nice. Yes. That is amazing. I love it. Yeah, the Zen collection is definitely one of my favorites. I love like how the fabric looks. It looks so stretchy and like soft and comfy, and
oh my God, it feels like pajamas.
Yeah. It's so cute. And I think those are like perfect like clothing items to wear for like Thanksgiving, because you know you're in the house and stuff, and people still want to be cute, but it's like comfy cute, and
you can lounge around. You know how usually you have to come home and change clothes, to lounge around, or if you're having people over, you want to be comfortable, but you still want to look good. You can do all that with Zen.
Yep, it's perfect for all that. Okay, the next question is, how do you go about coming up with your designs?
That's a good question. I love to people watch. I love to travel. Usually when I'm traveling and I'm a Pinterest surfer.
Yeah, I like
building
Pinterest
boards
too.
on Pinterest. So I get inspired when I'm looking at places to travel, and I think that's why I create the perfect travel clothes.
Right.
Because I look at, and I have an occupational therapy brain, which means I take everything and adapt it in a way that it works for you.
Oh, okay.
So so I design for every woman and every body type, and all the things that I've gone through surgery. I've had 2 children. I have gained weight. I have lost weight. So it's all these things that we struggle with. Like when you gain weight, do you want to have to buy a new wardrobe? No.
Right. Yeah.
You want to still be able to fit the clothes. And when you lose weight, you don't want to have to buy a whole new wardrobe. Or when you get pregnant, any kind of transition you're going through. I was one of those women that did not like to wear maternity clothes.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you spend all this money on clothing that you can only wear for a little while.
Exactly. Yep.
And so we know my clothing line is not fast fashion. It is something that you can pull out in 10 years and put it on, and somebody's going to say, where did you get that from?
Yep.
And that's what I want. It's an investment.
Yeah. I love that.
But it's not an expensive one. It's an affordable investment.
Let's see. Well, you also said that you're a mom. You have one daughter and
I have 2 daughters.
2 daughters? Okay, nice. Do they kind of inspire you too with your designs as well?
They do. They inspire me by motivating me. Because I'm a single mom.
Okay, yep.
And so stepping out and deciding I'm going to be a fashion designer and to support my lifestyle, support 2 kids, that's a big commitment.
Right,
so
it is. Yeah.
They keep the fire under me.
Right.
In a good way. A good way. They are my wives. I know they watch me. I know that I inspire them. I know that they're proud of me, which makes me happy.
Right.
And it pushes me to keep going, you know.
Yeah, I love that. That's beautiful. Let's see. I like that you allow people to do virtual shopping, which I thought was really cool, especially for like people that don't live in Atlanta. So is that the only way they can shop? Well, I know they can come into the store as well, but is there like is it by appointment only, or can they just like?
So in the showroom, it's by appointment.
Okay.
Reason being because I wanted to offer an upscale experience of private shopping. Complimentary.
I like that. Okay.
And so a lot of high-end stores offer that, but you have to purchase a certain amount, and there are all these stipulations.
Right.
Whereas when you come into my showroom, you're getting VIP treatment. You're getting complimentary cocktails or mocktails. You're getting complimentary styling services. And the reason being, a lot of people do better when you show them how to wear things that work for their body type. Everyone doesn't know.
That's very true. Yep.
A lot of people order the wrong size. So just that help, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
You're getting something that works for you, and you're supporting my business at the same time.
Right.
So it's not a one-way street.
Right. I love that. That is amazing. Because I know I have a really hard time finding stuff for myself.
That's most women.
Yeah.
That is most women. And then they're so surprised, ironically, that they can fit my clothing. They'll say, oh, it's so cute. I wish I could wear it. I'm like, come into the showroom. I have something for everyone.
Exactly, yeah.
So just that personal attention, I think it's valuable.
Yeah, it is.
It allows us to get feedback, too.
Right.
And I listen. They say, inspires me. I'm inspired by the people that shop with me. I'm inspired when I see their reaction to certain items and what they love most.
Yeah.
Or if there's something that needs to be tweaked, it can only make me better.
Right. I love that. Yep.
I'm always learning. I'm always looking.
I know that you have a men's collection. Did you ever think about possibly doing like a kids collection or anything like that?
So I have done a kids collection.
Really? Okay.
Yes, but okay. So this is what I learned.
Okay.
What I've learned over the last couple of years is if you expand too fast, everything is gonna suffer.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep.
So I curtailed the kids.
Okay.
And to continuously focus on Tracy Nicole, I don't know if you remember, I did a fitness line too, and I still have it.
Yep, I see the fitness line. Yep.
Yeah. Fitness, it's okay, but it's not my lane.
Okay.
I'm learning. Stay in your lane, because that's what works really, really well.
Right.
That's what sells really well, and that's what people are coming to you for. So I learned these things by doing and by reading.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm always reading and learning and finding new ways to do things.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. So you've been open since 2011, right?
Yeah, well, I started my business in 2011. I launched Tracy Nicole Clothing in 2013.
Oh, okay.
So what I was doing those 2 years was developing and figuring it out. I got a showroom space, and I started making clothes and having little pop-ups and testing things out. I did that for 2 years.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But once again, I was scared.
Right.
Part of that was being scared, and it took me going through breast cancer to get this courage.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Let's see. Is there any like fun facts about you that you want to talk about, or like anything you would like to share, a story you'd like to share? It could be about anything. It could be about.
Give me an example.
Yeah, it could be about like your clothing store. It could be about your the Tracy Nicole Foundation. It could be about you personally, or anything that you feel like. Well, you already shared a little bit about that. What inspired you and what really motivated you to do your collection.
So I will share this. It's never been about selling clothes.
Okay.
when I meet with my teams, it's never about sales. It's always about how can we make this experience better, and how can we help someone improve their life.
Okay.
And when you think about it, the way that you dress affects the way that you feel.
When
you
feel
true. Good, you are healthier.
Yeah.
The way that you dress affects the way that you behave. And when you look good, you are at your ultimate performance.
Right.
Your ultimate performance level. So it really, it's all about changing lives, and I'm always wanting to make that better.
Right.
That's why with the private appointments, we talk about, okay, how can we make the experience better? Always. So you walk in, there are fresh flowers. There's a custom scent in the room. There's music playing. There's complimentary drinks. There's styling services. And it's like, how can we continuously how do you make that better?
Right.
Well, you just, you get the feedback and you see the reactions. And if you're always trying to make something better, then you'll always be around.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I love that. Because I feel like now, like, especially like during COVID and like after COVID, I feel like customer service in general, like, just decreased, so I feel like people really will like appreciate, shopping with you. Yeah. I feel like
they appreciate just being treated like a person.
Right.
They appreciate being seen. And the give back is through the foundation.
Okay.
I've done self-esteem workshops with young girls for the last 12 or 13 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's all about self-love and teaching, pouring into young girls.
Right.
And it comes from a place of that's what I needed when I was younger. And I did not have that.
Yeah, I love that you have like that you're all about like empowering and uplifting women.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!